the cameras flash, the crowd, like, completely freezes.
Yeah, just total silence.
And just like that, Hollywood has a brand new obsession.
It really does. It's wild.
Welcome to Starscope Report.
Oh,
Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and, viral influencer scandals.
From red carpet surprises to massive social media controversies, we are taking a deep dive into the stories behind the fame.
Exactly. And today's deep dive is, well, it's a massive pop culture shockwave. We're looking into Slipknot DJ Sid Wilson's reported firing from the band and the completely explosive, cryptic Instagram aftermath unleashed by his ex-fiancée, Kelly Osbourne.
It's the ultimate collision of old school rock and roll drama and this modern, hyper-fast digital communication.
It totally is. And we're not just throwing gossip at you today. We're combining a stack of breaking entertainment news reports from TMZ, Loudwire, Unilad, with a really fascinating academic study from Corvinus University.
Right, the one on crisis communication on Instagram.
Yeah, that's the one. So we're treating this celebrity breakup and the whole band drama as a real-time masterclass in Benoit's image repair theory.
Because the rules of celebrity fallout are literally being rewritten right now, in real time.
They really are. And hey, just a quick reminder, if you love peeling back the curtain on how Hollywood actually works, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss what we're uncovering next.
Yes, definitely hit subscribe. But to really understand this explosion, we have to look at the buildup. The history between Kelly and Sid is deep.
So deep. I mean, they didn't just meet at some Hollywood after party last year.
No, not at all. Think back to 1999.
Wow, 1999.
Yeah. Kelly was just a 13-year-old kid watching a 20-year-old Sid perform at her dad's Ozfest.
Which is crazy to think about. When you've known someone for over 20 years in this industry, there is this massive baseline of trust.
Exactly. They had this platonic foundation that lasted for decades before, anything ever turned romantic.
Right. And then fast forward to January 2022. Kelly starts dropping these hints on Instagram.
Oh, the quotes were so sweet.
Yeah. She was quoting things like, the way he laughs makes me smile, and how he gives her butterflies.
It was this really intense pivot from lifelong friends to a super visible romance.
And the timeline accelerates wildly from there, because by November 2022, they secretly welcome their son, Sidney Wilson Jr.
Which is a huge milestone.
A massive milestone. But you have to look at this timeline like a pressure cooker. You have a new baby, and then during this intense summer of 2025 on July 5th, Sid actually proposes to Kelly at Ozzy Osbourne's final Black Sabbath concert.
In Birmingham, right?
Yeah, in Birmingham. It was this deeply symbolic merging of two heavy metal dynasties.
It's the ultimate high, but then it's just immediately followed by this devastating low.
Just weeks later, on July 22nd, 2025, Ozzy tragically passes away from a heart attack at 76.
And I mean, grief just fundamentally fractures family dynamics.
It changes everything. So you're combining the stress of a toddler, the weight of a highly scrutinized relationship, and then this profound grief of losing a rock legend patriarch.
It was literally a powder keg waiting for a spark.
Exactly. The lid is screwed on so tight. So when the news quietly leaks in March 2026 that the engagement is off, they try to sell the public on this, amicable co-parenting narrative.
Which is just the standard Hollywood playbook, right? Keep the internal pressure hidden.
Right. But the spark that finally blew this situation wide open wasn't a private argument. It was this massive professional earthquake.
The TMZ leak.
Yes. July 31st, 2026. TMZ drops an absolute bombshell. Sid Wilson is permanently fired from Slipknot.
After more than 25 years. Over a quarter of a century.
It's mind-blowing. And the sources were claiming it wasn't a heat-of-the-moment thing. It was a long time coming.
Yeah, the band had reportedly just reached its limit with his behavior and alleged mistreatment of bandmates.
But wait, I have to ask you about this, because my brain still pictures Slipknot as these chaotic anti-establishment rebels in boiler suits,
Oh, for sure. The masks and the chaos.
Right. But they recently fired Chris Fenn, Craig Jones, and Jay Weinberg. So is there some toxic curse hovering over these legacy metal bands as they age? Or is this just a corporate music machine hitting a breaking point?
Honestly, it's the latter. Slipknot operates much more like a high-revenue sports franchise than a bunch of rebels in a basement.
A sports franchise. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, you have 9 members, massive touring logistics, and a brand worth millions. It's basically a board of directors. If a player disrupts a locker room, even a legacy player, they get cut to protect the enterprise.
Wow. So they are ruthlessly protecting the brand. But in doing that, They caused a huge PR disaster.
They completely lost control of the narrative. Slipknot supposedly wanted to announce Sid's departure on their own terms this week.
Probably with some sterile press release.
Exactly. But TMZ beat them to the punch.
Which creates this total information vacuum. Slipknot is quiet, Sid is quiet, and into that silence steps Kelly Osbourne.
And she does not hold back.
Not at all. Just days after the firing, she goes on her Instagram stories. She bypasses traditional media entirely.
No publicists, no talk shows.
Just broadcasting directly to millions of followers in these 24-hour disappearing text boxes. Let me read what she posted because the wording is so pointed.
Go for it.
She writes, wake the F up, take some responsibility. I will not take your S anymore. I'm done.
I mean, she is instantly vaporizing that amicable breakup story.
Completely. She demands her dogs, her possessions, and then the kicker, maybe some child support.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bringing child support into it publicly is a huge escalation.
It's a massive escalation.
Yeah.
And she leans hard into this protective mother persona. She says, my job is to protect my kids, not your feelings, not your expectations.
She's making it clear she'll protect his heart at all costs.
Yeah. But the quote that really stuck with me, the one that just feels like a dagger, is when she says, strange how the loudest defense of the guilty is rarely innocence. It's a distraction. When the mask slips, they don't face the mirror. They throw it at someone else.
When the mask slips.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot ignore the layered meaning there. She is targeting a man whose entire 25-year career was built around literally wearing a gas mask on stage.
Exactly. But, okay, let me play devil's advocate for a second. The internet immediately rallied behind her, but objectively, isn't bringing up child support on a disappearing Instagram story kind of inherently manipulative?
It definitely feels messy.
Right. Weaponizing your 3-year-old child to win a PR war feels like a massive risk. How does doing something so messy actually help her image?
So that is the exact friction that the Corvinus University study explores. To understand why Kelly's strategy works, we have to look at William Benoit's image repair theory.
Okay, let's break that down. When a public figure screws up, they have this toolkit of responses. Like, my first instinct would just be to say, I didn't do it.
Right, which Benoit categorizes as denial or evasion of responsibility, where you say, like, I lacked control over the situation.
Then you have the celebrities who try to soften the blow, like, I did it, but look at my charity work.
Exactly, that's reduction of offensiveness.
And the fourth one is like an iOS update. I recognize the error, I'm going to rehab, I'm fixing the bug.
That's corrective action. And the final strategy is mortification, which is just confessing, showing deep remorse, and begging for forgiveness.
Mortification. Okay, so looking at Kelly's posts through that lens, she isn't just venting. She is publicly demanding mortification and corrective action from Sid.
Yes. She wants him to take accountability.
But why does the audience accept her messy delivery?
It's because of her pre-existing brand. The study highlights that Instagram creates this illusion of raw intimacy. And Kelly has been a reality TV star since she was a teenager.
Oh, right, on the Osbournes.
Yeah. Her whole brand is radical transparency. She's blunt, she's open about her flaws. So when she demands transparency, the audience trusts her.
So she's basically playing a home game.
Exactly. But then we look at Sid.
Oh, man, Sid. He just lost his job of 25 years and is getting publicly eviscerated. If I'm him, my publicist is holding a gun to my head, making me type out an apology on the Notes app.
But he doesn't do that at all.
No. He defaults to evasion and denial. TMZ caught up with him in L.A., and he just shrugged it off and said he was going to church.
I was going to church.
Yeah. And then he takes it a step further. He posts on Instagram, not an apology, but a link to his new indie merch store.
SidTheThirdShop.com.
Yes. And he pairs it with a clip of Slay Squad music.
Which is just a staggering misread of the room.
Totally. I mean, common sense is fans would tear him apart for dropping a merch link during a scandal. Is that what actually happens, or does ignoring it sometimes work?
Your gut is right. The study analyzed 15 celebrity crises and found audiences react the most negatively to denial and evasion.
Really? More than if they just admit it?
Yes. Celebrities who used denial faced intense backlash, averaging 15 highly critical personal attacks per post in this study.
Wow. So by leaning into capitalism and selling streetwear, he's just pouring gasoline on the fire.
He is. In today's cancel culture, audiences demand authenticity. If you don't engage with the accusations, human nature guarantees the audience will assume the absolute worst.
Which brings us to the collateral damage. Slipknot is caught in the crossfire. Jim Root posted this cryptic message like, don't believe everything you read. Stop. Think. Take a breath.
And Mick Thompson's wife dismissed the rumors too. It's a classic tactic. Stall for time.
Because they lost the narrative.
Right. They know the public is reacting to incomplete info, but the research shows this fails.
Because the internet algorithm demands to be fed. You can't just tell people to wait and see.
Exactly. It breeds suspicion. People think if you had a good reason, you'd just tell us.
It's like a modern corporate PR war, but the weapons are disappearing stories and streetwear drops. It's brand management disguised as raw emotion.
And that only works if the audience buys the emotion. Kelly's strategy works because she has a history of wearing her heart on her sleeve.
While Sid built his brand on mystery and literal masks, so selling merch feels incredibly insincere.
He's applying a 1999 playbook to a 2026 digital crisis.
And it just doesn't work. We've watched this 30-year legacy and Hollywood romance crash into modern crisis communication.
The main lesson here is you cannot hide behind a persona anymore. If you don't communicate, someone else, like your ex, will write the narrative for you.
Which leaves me with a deep question for you listening at home to mull over. What happens when a masked musician, a man whose entire career was built on concealing his identity, is suddenly forced into the hyper-transparent arena of Instagram?
By a reality TV veteran, no less. Someone born into this game.
Exactly. When the literal and metaphorical mask finally slips, who really controls the narrative? The guy who hid his face for decades, or the woman who mastered the camera?
It completely redefines surviving a scandal today.
It really does. Think about that next time you see a cryptic post on your feed. And hey, if you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed. We've got even crazier stories ahead.
Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.